No matter what, though, strap in for it. It should be exciting stuff. As we've seen, EU RMR B here is not predictable.
No, I mean, the fact that G2 is already down into the lowers, and Tropic drops down into the lowers, I mean, I don't think there's really an upset in this game specifically. I think this game's pretty even.
It's a little bit more level, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a clear favorite in this one. Now that we go to Vertigo, I guess I'd probably lean the way of Sinners, but only a little bit.
Yeah. And again, like you're saying, it can kind of go either way. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw HEET get a win or if Sinners were able to pick it up. The one thing I will say, though, about the game currently going on the A stream as well, that's NIP versus Endpoint.
Ooh.
I think there's always a chance for Endpoint to get a victory there. Endpoint, man. Yeah, exactly. If Crucial's giving it. Also, Crucial on LAN is a different beast.
That's true.
He is unbelievable. So definitely have both tabs open. Be watching our stream and the A stream here for an exciting day of games. NeoFrag starting off, putting his name to good use there because he does frag onto Exercise.
Yeah, he finds the opening onto Exercise there. Aggression towards the side hall. Finds the opening pick. There was 3 nade sets purchased from HEET here as well. They still have the 2 smokes left. The 1 Molotov on Lucky and Body. He spotted him, so now he knows he's still close towards Ivy. He's jiggling it out, but neither one of them really want to commit to this yet. Body right there thought about it. He gets close and timing yet again, but NeoFrag with the swing out, the immediate headshot as Body drops. Afro answers back. The nade's now rolling out into the site, but it is Forsey to find the headshot onto Joko. 2 versus 4 here. Molotov going to be dropped. Can they get the bomb plant? That's the big question.
Lucky. Robin can't commit to this. He wants to make a play, but it won't matter.
Oh my.
As Forsey, yeah, he goes straight in, mate. Damage dealt. It's done.
3 USP 1 taps. He flicks up, lands the one on top of site too. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
That is. It was pretty nice to see. A NeoFrag. You know, we were talking about him. Some crisp shots to open that up. Lovely adjustment onto Body. I thought he was actually going to get his third against Afro as well, but you can't have them all.
No. Unless you're Ash Ketchum.
Well, he tried to catch them all, but I don't think he ever
Spoilers.
actually did.
Don't ruin it for me.
No, yeah, my bad. Sorry.
I haven't finished yet.
Are you still working on it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've done like a soft reboot in the anime now. It's not, so he's not...
What's a soft reboot?
So you're still... Right, hang on.
What's a soft
So you know, like when you reboot something, would be like basically if you get rid of all the continuity that came before it, but it's still the same characters.
If you're about to... Okay.
Right?
So, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
But if you soft reboot something, it means that some of the stuff did happen, but Ash is now younger and it's a new Ash.
So would you call it a spin-off?
No.
Okay.
Because it's still progressing the story.
But he's younger?
Yes.
And they're
and he
not...
looks slightly different. He has a little twirly mustache.
Well, that's weird.
Well, it's not like actually a mustache. It's just the way they've drawn him.
What?
It looks like he has a mustache.
But he doesn't.
No.
That makes no sense.
And also there's another character called Go, who is basically Ash.
Does he stop?
So, like, it's kind of really weird. They're both basically the same character, but apparently they were bored of writing for Ash, but they didn't want to get him from the anime, so they instead brought in a new character to be, like, the main character, but Ash is still there.
Huh.
Right.
I don't care.
No, yeah. Oh, by the way, who?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, asked. Ratio. Anyway, Sinners 2-0 into this game.
He actually found one before he goes down.
Yeah, big fight there towards the back of the stairs. So Zedko runs out. They go 1 for 1. Molotov going to be dashed in as well, and Shock.
Another pop flash in, so they had 3 people over here towards this B bomb site. Sinners. The fact that Zedko actually gets 1 before he drops was huge for them because he was going to die regardless as he dropped in. So he finds 1. Now, NeoFrag winning his fight over towards the A ramp means that they are going to be up 4 versus 3. The counter smoke is going to be dropped. There's enough time for HEET to slow down, though. They don't need to commit through this.
Lucky. Looking through the gap in the smoke. Runs back, makes the audio cue on the stairs. Afro still tucked in on the tight right, trying to play the mind games against the CG to make them believe that potentially they have back top. Flash over the top, here comes the actual aggression onto the side. Lucky hits the first, takes down Shock. 3v3 now. V-stick. tucked in behind the AC, trying to turn up the temperature, but Afro will be able to skank the first man. He goes down as well, as Afro is annihilating everyone, and it's all on Neofrag. 10 seconds left into the round, 22 HP as he shuts down Exercise. 1v2. He won't know exactly how low they are, but a few bullets could dispatch both. He peers around the back right, looking into the bomb site. He's going to hard commit to this. Clearing the angles, walking up. It's being watched by Lucky, and he will be lethal. 3 kills to his name as they pick that one up.
And there, it was just a good pop flash. They wait until that smoke fades, and they flash in, and that's what allows them to find the opening over on the B site. Shock gets caught just a little bit out of position. The two CTs just playing too close together. They just sort of started running into each other. The flash was perfect. You see right here, like, there's nowhere for him to go. Even if he keeps going, he's just running straight into his teammates behind the generator. One of them needed to try to cross over to default in that moment. You can't have two back gen. While that smoke is up, someone needs to cross over towards default.
The Heat do finally get the first on the board. Good plays from Lucky and Afro together there in that round. This time, they group up towards the bottom of ramp. Bomb has been placed down on the ground as well. And ideally, if you can just force utility out the hands of the CTs, you'll be in good stead potentially for the 4th round. They don't have too many nades still to work with. We can see it's only 3 smokes left, and Zedko's got his pulls already. So there's a chance that they could use most of their utility before even we get to 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left for the CTs. They don't have a kit either. That could be a problem. Zedko does have his smoke, so if they execute on the B side, he can drop that smoke on himself and just delay some time. He's going to walk around the corner, though, and can he find this headshot? It is Joko to win out. And he drops. Shock is now the only one here. He's behind the generator. They line up for him, but they spread out, and he only gets the one. Trade's going the way of the T's as Heat have the B bomb site. And this is just going to be the save for Sinners. They're just getting out.
So we're going to be taking the game 2-2. Heat, good stuff so far on the T side of Vertigo. They're no strangers to this map. And Lucky, bit of a difference maker with the kills that he's been able to find. For Sinners at least, there's not really going to be much of a hunt from Heat. They don't have the funds to support themselves, going full John Rambo, trying to track them down and get the weapons out their hands. So you will still make it through the round with the armor, the Molotov, the flash, and the 3 rifles you've got. One of them being just the famous though, so Beast are going to be a little bit upset.
Yeah, Exercise looking around for an upgraded gun too. Couldn't find one. Where did it go? Just has a Galil. He was looking at all the bodies, couldn't find it. It's odd.
Fell through a crack in the floor.
I guess.
It is a building site.
Yeah, no, look, and think about how people on the bottom, all of a sudden there's just a gun that could potentially fall on them.
Hit you in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
You'd be dead.
Not a good start for Endpoint either there against NIP, currently leading the game 4-1 over on the A stream. As we said, a lot of fiercely competitive games going on today.
Yeah.
I do think it's a bit ridiculous as well, Davey, that this building site still hasn't had any improvements done. And it's been what, like this for like 3 years now?
Well, much longer than that. I mean, if you were going all the way back to 1.6, I think it's been probably almost 20 years.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are we
They've
paying?
been on strike for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, I know with COVID, it probably slowed things down, but
Yeah.
you got to get it fixed at some point, and yeah, half these walls aren't even done. Look at that tarp.
And there's just these
There's
constant...
a dead body there now
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. And who's going to clean that up?
B-stick, apparently. Because there is now an actual dead body. Oui. 4-on-4 though. Joko, he's not joking when it comes to fragging back against the Beast, as he will hit that one. And we go down into a 4v3. Minute on the clock. Fight towards the A side. Joko, he's got nades for this as well. Smoke over. Teammate watching round towards Ivy and expecting a push to come in. Oh, they actually creep out on it though. That's ridiculous. Forsty gets away with a frag and the follow-up. He actually wants the burn, but he runs out of ammunition and he will go down, leaving it all on Shock to cause a massive earthquake in the round. He tiptoes his way back, spots out on Lucky, but it's too little too late. And that is a shame. Forsty, a round-winning play really when he went for the aggression towards ramp, just didn't have the ammo.
No, it was so close. He was almost able to find that third. Just a couple extra bullets. And the opening there from Body as well. Neofrag on the boost, but Body's aware of it. He's ready for it. They try to re-aggress, but they just sort of get their timings wrong. That last regression almost worked. It was good, but that first one just came in a little bit too early, had no backup. So he drops. But because they did save the 3 guns in the previous round, they are still able to buy into this. Again, though, no kit for the CT side. Important to point that out. So in the late round, when you're watching any potential clutches, you can remember, oh, they don't have a kit. And we don't have to say it again. Probably will, but don't have to.
A little bit just in case.
Yeah. Because you people have small memories like me. Because we're all just video gamers.
Yeah. Unlike a goldfish, which the common misconception is that they don't actually remember much, whereas goldfish can remember things for quite a substantial amount of time, really, and you can also teach them tricks. So make sure you're being nice to your goldfish. Not nice here, though, is the fact that B-Stick puts a bullet into the face of Exercise and will slow down Heat into the round, giving him a disadvantage to work with. There has been a bit of damage on the Zedco and B-Stick back in return.
Okay.
Body, wow, straight back into the round. That is brutal against Neo Frag. And now the damage is traded back in favor of the T's. You're in a good stead with this. You could definitely get a round out of this. Afro goes in looking for the kill. He's blind, but he's still keeping them alive. And he will shut down 4Z. This is looking really rough for the Sinners.
Yeah, Body's been winning out on that fight with Neofrag now. It's a couple rounds in a row. He's been able to find that one. And Lucky pushes in. He finds Shock, and this just does. It just has to be the save for Sinners. Wait. Does he have the silencer off of his M4? No. Okay. For a second on the overlay, it looked like he had his silencer taken off of his M4. I was like, oh boy.
It might have been, because the way it works with the overlay, for anyone watching at home as well, you'll see that obviously the guns have a highlight around them, and then the more bullets that are fired off, that highlight starts to get reduced to show you sort of visually how much ammunition is left. So it might have just been that it was grayed out. That could have been what it was. Tricked you.
It was just my stupid eyes, really.
Maybe, yeah. Or you're just silly, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I think that's what it was.
Classic Davey.
Yeah. Sucks to suck, really.
It really does. It really does. But Heat sucking up all the rounds at the minute. They've absorbed themselves a 4th. Good stead, T-side Vertigo. If you can find your foot in early, get yourself into the game, rack up as many rounds as possible. It definitely makes it easier for you when you're then passed over onto your CT side. Sinner's going to be taking a pause as well.
Yeah, it's a good time to take one. Heat, now that they've won quite a few rounds in a row. You've been having problems even holding down the ramp. Like I said, Neofrag has been getting picked off by Body 2 rounds in a row, so they just need to figure out how they want to adjust to that. Let him just walk up and be able to find these kills. I mean, that's just Neofrag swinging just a little bit too early before that smoke actually pops. What a shot from Lucky. Jeez.
We've seen some really nice shots from Lucky and Afro this game.
I mean, Lucky's 8-2.
Yeah.
Man's farming.
Oh yeah, he's out there giving it. Definitely the difference maker. Exercise has been super unlucky as well. 0-4 in a minute. A lot of the rounds he's gotten into, he's been kind of the bait or gone down first, and then his teammates have been able to capitalize off the back of it. So Sinners, after taking the pause, they figure out what they want to do with the weapons to some degree. Few pistols pulled out. Boost at middle, and Zedco, he actually just goes for the aggro play towards B-Stairs, gets the first frag with no response back to the T's. 4Z, if he can even get a single pick here, this round could fall into utter chaos, Davey, and he does exactly that. Finds one kill, Shock hard swings off the back of it, so at least there is a trade back onto Heat, but this is looking good for the Sinners.
And again, it's Exercise just getting taken down as soon as he walks out middle. They want to reaggress, they want to go forward. Forsey finds another one, and Afro just can't land these shots. B-Stick gets a kill over towards the A-bomb site, and it is just Afro, the off angle from Zedco. That's going to be a huge round for them. 4 guns carried over into this next gun round off the back of the eco.
Small play as well. He tried to throw the AK up into the skylight, the opening in the roof there. Did get rid of the gun. Problem is, they still both die.
Yeah.
And those weapons will be picked up anyway. So you got rid of one of the guns, but still 2 more falling over to Sinners. And that's so rough, dude. The opening pick of B sets the round up. The 1 kill with an Eagle, fabulous. The fact they actually go on to win the entire round, dream scenario for them. Now you've got the free AWP in the hands of 4Z. So he takes that towards B, drops the nade, and Exercise. He's having the most unlucky game of his life.
Yeah, that's just like not very fun for him. Molotov's gonna force Zedco out. You see the jump up on the sandbag towards the back there. Lucky was looking for the timing, trying to catch Zedko as he ran away. The question is, are they going to go for the boost? You see Afro, he's boosted behind that pillar, looking for anybody peeking back, back at the site, back towards quad, and the timing on this peek. He spotted him. He's going to look away, and what? No, he doesn't land the shot. Zedko gets the damage, but can't find the kill.
Molly thrown out a middle. Fight potentially coming towards the ramp as well. Body. He's posted up here. They are just going to be holding. We see the players stationed up side of the B side. But they actually wrap off.
Lucky.
Okay, good timing from Body. He re-aggresses towards the ramp and spots the head of Neofrag. And this might actually cause a little bit of a migration for the CTs because everyone is going down. Forzy caught completely off guard. I'm not sure what he was doing.
No, he didn't expect them to be that close. That's the problem. Body finds the opening, and that second frag was actually found by the player at the bottom of the ramp. So he didn't even realize Body had pushed all the way up to the sandbag at that point. So I'm sure the call is like 2 bottom A ramp, and so he's like, okay, I'm going to run to the sandbag. Oh, I'm dead. Can happen. Just that fast. So the money's going to be fine for the CTs because they did carry those 4 guns over from the previous round, where they did eco. So as long as Shock holds onto his, it'll be fine. They're all going to be able to buy still. But again, it has to be said, it's Body winning out on the kill against Neofrag again towards the bottom of the A ramp.
Yeah, Body with a huge play into the round there. Completely opens up the A site. Changes the flow of the game. And it's worked out well for him. Also, Exercise finally getting himself into the action as well. He's had such an unlucky game. He's been eating nades at the start of every round. He's been basically going down a lot of the trades, but this time he does find his first pick. So, HEET leading by 2 rounds now, 5-3 on a T side. Sinners will be able to reinvest around the save weapons that they had. You do still have the AWP on Forzy as well. Potentially, again, the same sort of aggression coming out towards the B side. CTs have been very proactive here in their B defense, but look at the A attack. He already running up ramp. Body held back by the Molotov.
Counter Molly's just going to push him back down a little bit. The nades just being traded back and forth here at A by the T's. And Body, this time he has a little bit of support. He's not here by himself. He is going to walk up. The side hall smoke's going to fade. The re-smoke's going to come in, and he has such a good angle, but Beastic clears it. He knows what Body likes to do. He knows the openings he's been finding. So he swings out. He finds the kill. Gets the trade. Another re-smoke coming as Beastic. He wants to go aggressive. He wants to peek around this. Afro's at the bottom, though. He's waiting for it, and that is going to be the trade. Straight back for the T's. Molotov now to push Neofrag backwards. He's going to have to fall back to the site, so no re-aggression towards Ivy is going to be able to come in, and they're actually going to fall back. You see, they're stacking over towards middle. They're going to play retake on A. They have the utility for it. They still have 2 smokes, the Molotov and an HE on Forzy.
Flash over the top. Getting ready for the push. 40 seconds on the clock here for the T's of HEET to turn up the temperature. 4 Sinners out of the site. The nade's going to do a ton of damage. Double nades dropped onto the head of Neofrag. Rips him down to just 23 HP. Peeks over the top just as the smoke comes in. He does give up the ghost. Going to give the bomb site over to the T side of HEET as they push up. Can't commit on the bomb plant. Lucky, forced off because of the Molotov. The time's going to be really close on this one. Yep. If they could stop him from actually getting a bomb down, they could still win this round right here, right now. He's got to commit to the plant. 7 seconds left. Can't afford to come off it again. Afro and Joko get a frag apiece. There's a massive play from Joko. Afro with a final kill onto Zed. And they stop it. It looked dicey. Looked very uncomfortable with the utility usage from the CTs. But all in all, Joko and Afro, they swing together, they pick it up, and they lock it down.
Yeah, and HEET wouldn't have been stressing too much about that one, to be honest. It felt a little weird because there was only 15 seconds left, but the Molotov was going to fade with plenty of time to plant. And they actually threw their HE a couple seconds after the Molly, after he'd already gone away from the default plant. So the HE actually came in a little bit too early. You want to drop the HE after the Molly expires when he's going to be running back in to plant it for the next time, you know? Forzy goes aggressive with the op towards ramp, tries to find Afro. Just a shot exchanged, but no kill found as he's just jump spotting. He is slightly worried about the aggressions. You can see the counter flash is going to come in. Body's made his way over now too as the spams. We've seen this. We've seen this find tags. We haven't seen it really find any kills yet though.
No, just the tags. No real frags. Neo frag though, looking to make the play early on. Rambunctious as ever towards Ram. But he backs up. Forzy's playing aggressively with the orb. Stationed up close. Peek on the back of the box as well. Joko will spot out the feet of Neo frag. Be able to take him down. So he do get the opening pick into round 10 with 50 seconds left on the clock. And flash play there for Forzy, so he's completely caught off guard as the wide swing comes in from Body. Beastick now knows what's occurring on the site, but he's not really in a great spot to deal with this. And the T's are bleeding out.
And HEET have played a great T side here. Sinners keep trying to play aggressive towards A, and I was about to say that they keep finding the frags, but instead it's Beastick with the aggression. He finds two. The lurk from Exercise is going to be massive. He's going to be flanking the player in the site. He's going to need to tell his team, just stop, don't move. He wants to try to find the second. So far, doesn't look like he's going to be able to, but he knows he's tucked away. They know where he is. They just need to sandwich him, and actually Joko's just going to get the kill. So it is Zedko, 1 versus 3. He knows that Joko's lit, but he's probably not even going to try to go for this one.
No, not worth it. Give up the round. And HEET really packing a punch on their T side of Vertigo. That'll be 7 rounds at a bare minimum for them. It is still quite early on in the half. Always an opportunity for Sinners to get back into this, but with that big of a scoreline, they're going to be counting their blessings. The round looks a little bit awkward as well once Beastick answered back, but in the end, the 2 frags he got were the only kills the CTs were able to find. Frustration there on the coach cam. You can see he's looking a little bit tilted, just rotating around.
Sometimes it's just fun. Whenever I'm sitting in a chair with wheels on it like that, I tend to do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting still has always been difficult for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Even standing still. I always just want to be around.
Just want to be bouncing all over the
Yeah.
place. So they do take a pause as well. Sinners have an opportunity to talk about what exactly they want to do to counter this. Because you need to get more rounds out of this. You can't afford to have a sloppy CT side on Vertigo.
Well, the mistake for them there was just having nobody looking at middle, right? Mm-hmm. When you drop those bodies, the mid rotator rotates over to A. The B player then needs to rotate over to mid, and you leave B open. You can't leave mid open, because if you let that flank come out, you're doomed. So the B player just needs to rotate over towards CT spawn or play towards the window and just hold for that B lurk. Because really, it was the play of Exercise that won that round, right? He got the kill on the player in sight. Then they knew Beastick. He was stuck over towards Ivy. And they didn't even have to sandwich him. Joko just won out on the kill.
Do always love this. Afro playing with the spawn, takes the orb towards B early. And this is one of the times where he actually probably would have been on for the frag. Sinners have been very aggressive towards B. They've been going for the early nade. They've been peeking on top of the pallet. No one going to challenge him this time, though. So he does just stay scoped in, hoping that someone might walk into the angle. Clear around. His teammates tucked in underneath as well. We do have a bit of aggression towards Ram.
You can see Body was worried about it. They drop those deep smokes. They're going to use their nades to re-clear this one. As Molotov towards the top of the ramp. Body's just sort of pre-firing out, checking to see if there is anybody who's aggressed. But there isn't. Nobody's there. It's just Beastick, and he's just kind of nearby. He hasn't pushed down the ramp. He's playing towards the crane right now. As Exercise thinking about walking out middle, but decides against it. And they're all grouping up for the B execute now. And there's 2 CTs here. Zedko could be huge. This setup is actually decent.
Oh, Zedko peeks around the right-hand side. Good timing with the utility to isolate the Molotov that was thrown in. It extinguishes that one, but HP is being ripped clean off them. Big boost over the back of the box for Shox as he comes out with a Famous and tries to slow them down. Neofrag on the Deagle. Had the clear line of sight. Leaves them green with Envy. As he punishes, Body trades it back. And it all goes down to the 3v2.
The bomb's at the bottom of the stairs. They don't have it. All three players are here so they can find the kills, but Body can't land the shot. The swing is out. The lineup's there. 14 seconds. The bomb's on the bottom. Exercise. You got to get it. You're out of time. He should have gone for the kills. It's all going to be over. The CTs just need to hide. They go aggressive instead, and Neofrag gets his third of the round off the back of the 2-1 Deegs. But that bomb falling at the bottom of the stairs was absolutely crucial. Once Exercise knew that the bomb was on the bottom, and he knew that both CTs were behind the generator, he should have played for the kills. You're not going to be able to get the bomb and plant.
No, not in a spot like that. Also, because of the spam, the amount of damage he had just done to them, it looked like if he just hard committed to the fight, he probably would have won the round.
Well, he had to. He didn't realize the bomb was on the bottom, right? He turns around. Once he realizes the bomb is on the ground, you can't go for it. You can't drop down and try to get the bomb and run back and plant with the amount of time you have left. He didn't have the time for it. He needed to turn around and play for the frags because they don't know that he doesn't have the bomb, right? They're gonna still be there. They're not just gonna run away.
Sheer shenanigans. And a ridiculous round. And the opener again here as well. So I was talking about Sinners. They've loved to just charge out towards B stairs and hard commit for it. Ooh.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, so B stick gets that kill onto Body. Glocky's on 8 HP from the opening fight. This isn't looking great for Heat. Sinners should be a fifth on the board unless they make some big mistakes, and Exercise just completely annihilated the middle there.
Trying to swing it on the Opera, that's not going to work. Afro tries his luck as well. They're going to need quite a bit of luck here from the lucky man himself. Down to just 8 HP. Can he walk up the stairs? Can he find these frags? There's two players inside of the site. If you take down the Op, maybe the Rifler doesn't peek and you can walk up and clear him. I don't know. I'm trying to think of any positives, really. There's not many for this round anyways.
No, it's not a great spot to be in. I mean, maybe if he hits that shot, at least he would have got the gun out of their hands and made it a little bit more costly. Instead, though, Forzy's still going to find a frag as he goes on to get himself a third kill in the round. And it will go 7-5. So Heat slowing down a little bit. Don't really have the money to sustain an actual buy either. So this could now actually go 7-6. And off the back of that, Sinners have done a good job of recovering to the side of Vertigo.
Yeah, absolutely they have. And this has been a decent half for both teams, really. If Sinners can drag this one back, make it an 8-7, they'll be vibing. They'll be okay with that one. They know that Heat probably isn't going to have the money into this one. Afro has gone for the Hero AK. Now, I wonder if this is going to be just him doing this or if the whole team is going to force around it. Because they're not going to be able to break the economy of Sinners now. They should know that. 4 players left alive. You can't break the money. So a force really shouldn't be on the cards. I don't care if you're an expert tarot card reader. If it says force, it's wrong.
Yup. It's not worth it. Oof. Alright. Deagle, PT-50, AK on Afro. Let's see if Afro can make this work. He's running out towards the ramp early. His smokes will be thrown across. B-Stick. He's been coming alive the longer this game's gone on. Slowly turning into the animal within. He has all the utility, but he's about to be challenged, so it just comes down to the gun skill. Problem is, the angle works better for Afro. He hits the opening frag, charges up, whips out nades of his own. Gunned down by Neofrag, but Joko, with the AK on the back line, does clean that one up. 2 AKs now to work with for the T's, and they slow it down.
Yeah, that smoke from Afro actually just sort of, stopping them in their tracks. They don't want to run through it. They don't know what's on the other side of it. There's 2 CTs in the site, but again, nobody's watching middle. They don't have the lurk this time, so it's not going to matter. The close play, Shock swings, and actually he gets the kill onto Joko. So it's 3 versus 3, and he's retaken Ivy control, and that is huge. The T's going to be so hard to plant. Well, as long as he's alive, they have to close down on him. As Forcy jumps over, they're going to push through the smoke. The Deagle headshot lands. Exercise with the transfer, finds Zetko, and he knows the B site's open.
Goes barreling in towards B. Shock, he's going to take his time with this. He doesn't know if he's poised on an angle holding for him or what the play could potentially be. His Exercise sprints into the site, gets the bomb planted. Now, Shock will be aware that he can aggress and go a little bit quicker into CT. In terms of what he's got to work with, though, it's just 2 flashes. He doesn't have the kit either, so he has to be quite swift about this.
Yeah, no kit will be a problem. Exercise is behind the wood wall. Bomb isn't really planted for him, though.
Oh, bullet fired out. Ooh. Exercise peeks off the back of it, but he does hit the tap. And he's going to feel relief that they do actually get that round. And that got really dicey. The deagle that was pulled out, right? Oh, towards the A site, man. It looked like it could have got quite scary, but Sinners let it slip. Heat pick it up. And that's now 8-5 on the scoreline.
And Exercise did that without armor.
Yeah.
1v3, no armor. This ray transfer there, I mean, Zedko just gets caught with a nade out. So unlucky. That is an unbelievably bold peek with no armor.
Yeah. I think he thought he knew he was there off the back of the tap, so he just went for the fire.
Well.
Okay, that's a good start. Yeah, that's the dream scenario, really. I mean, Heat. Now, you've got a big lead to work with, the double entry towards A ramp. 4Z, he's back on the AWP again, and he is holding, ready to push. Problem is, he's the only player now here. Everyone else is over at the B side, so if he falls, that's the A side taken, and the round probably hammered in for the T's. He has to make it really hard for them. If he can hit his shots on the AWP and get a multi-kill, maybe he can buy time for his teammates to rotate him.
He is posted up, and I don't think they're going to walk into his crosshair. They know he has the op. There shouldn't be the dry peaks here. The nades are going to come in. He wants to go aggressive. He's on top of the default box. He may be able to find one if there's no flashes. Flash is going to come out with the looks of it. Lands behind him. Doesn't blind him. And is he going to be able to pick up this opening pick? Afro's walking along up top. He's posted for it. He's looking. He's holding, and he's the one who finds it. Another pick going the way of Heat. And it is the 2 versus 5. They're both here. Can they do anything about this? That's a good start. Shock lands the headshot onto Joko. Afro now walking forward. Counter smoke is going to be good. That's going to slow them down, but he swings before it pops. Crucial mistake there from Shock. That smoke could have had such a huge impact on the round. But he just swings out before it actually lands. And so Afro's able to find another one. Huge round from him with the op.
Yeah, that's massive. Lovely kills. Great impact. And Heat, 1 round away from winning out the half with a massive potential there. A 10-5 on your T side of Vertigo would be crippling against Sinners. They're going to be really in a bad spot trying to get back into this one. The pistol round would have even more weight to it. And now, with just the buy they've got here, they don't really have the firepower to contend fully, though. Shock on Ephemus still looks like he's fighting with a real rifle. He takes down Exercise, and Body replies back on the B stick.
Body finding another opening pick over on A site. He's just been the one opening up this bomb site. He's 8 and 10, but how many rounds have we seen him find these openings, right? It's just round after round. It's so consistent. He was spotted now crossing over towards yellow. Well, maybe he wasn't. Well, the Molotov will give him away regardless. Forcey's still dedicating to this, though. I mean, that is bold. That is Lucky. He finds the back of Body, and Lucky actually is the one who gets Forcey. So now we're back in Shock with the re-aggression, just back and forth, back and forth.
More trades than being on a playground with Pokemon cards at the minute. Everyone is just trading, and it falls down into the 2-on-2. Shock waiting for the attack towards the A site as he will post up with the M4. Afro's going to go in first. They walk into his crosshair. An easy spray down could mean defeat for both of them, but instead it's the flank in the back from Zedko, and he gets it over the finish line. So it's not a 10-5, it is at least a 9-6, slightly better for Sinners there.
Yeah, I mean, slightly better for Sinners, but a great T-half from Heat.
Yep.
Like, absolutely fantastic. 9 rounds on your T side. If you pick up the CT pistol, you potentially just run away with this game. Could be very one-sided by the end of it. And Body, that's the opening that he finds. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Tap.
Yeah, a little burst. Lucky loves the dualies. This man always buys dualies whenever we get to see him. CT side Vertigo dualies. What's he pushing?
Either close middle or maybe Ivy.
Potentially. It looks like he actually wants to just station up and hold towards the pallet on B with them.
Really?
Yeah, from what I can see on the radar. Yeah, there he is.
Interesting.
Ooh, look at that dualies glove combo.
Oh,
That's sick.
That makes me so happy.
That's actually so good. Lucky has got the best drip.
Bro, that's like...
I'm stealing this.
Oh.
I want this now.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that is huge, actually. I'm going to have to to figure that out. Ooh, the USP gloves there looks good as well. Man, the fashion. French fashion, can't beat it.
Dude, true. The color coordination here is on point.
They know all about the color theory. They know how to make everything look beautiful. But Afro, can he be a bit brutal when it comes into this round? Body gets contact, and they are going to be walking their way up the ramp. Here's the wide swing out from Afro. Fires in a few warning shots. Body will get the connection off onto the head of Shock. Overextension from Exercise. He goes down to the Glock and Zedko. And they aren't actually hard committing to this. They're just holding on the ramp. Joko's going to be walking his way into the back line. Drops down the ladder. He could have a huge play on his hands here.
Yeah, and this information that he has, he's just going to contain. He just doesn't want to let them fall back to B. Allow his team to stay stacked over here, 3 towards A. They don't have the smokes, and Afro's the one who lands the headshot in a second from the back of the site. Forsey and Neofrag are down. They have the crossfire. Afro's finally put down as Zedko finds body. Lucky answers back with the dualies. Fake plant comes out from B-Stick, but the flank is on the way. And can he find this pick? He lands the headshot, and he's going to run it to B.
Goes sprinting over towards the B site. Joko now, knowing that he's only got 10 seconds on the clock, has to chase him, match his pace, and sprint into the site. B-Stick arrives, 5 seconds on the clock. A second of leeway to get the bomb plant in. Joko, he's towards the window, but will he be able to punish the Glock firing off shots, but it won't connect. As Joko takes him down, goes back for the Julie save, and saves the pistol round. Heat, 10-6.
And that's a huge second half pistol for them to pick up. CT side already favored here. They win the second half pistol. They won the first half, and now Heat going to be very much in the lead unless Sinners here on this second round can do something about it. You can get a couple AKs out if they want to, right? And that could be a problem. Do they decide to force or do they go for the save? It's a huge call at this point in the game. Force into it, you lose, you're conceding 12 rounds to Heat. They're going for it. And the scout for Forsey, that's interesting. It's like T-side Vertigo. Scout's just not that sick.
Yeah, I mean, even an AWP sometimes T-side Vertigo, you're limited in what you can do with it.
Okay, so it's actually the double hero buy. So Forsey goes for the scout armor. B-Stick gets the hero AK. Neofrag has bought that light armor just in case the AK drops, he'll be able to recover it.
Ooh. Oh, so close, yet so far. If he hits the head, completely different. Instead, look at Joko's response. He's going to walk in through the smoke. What? Good adjustment from B-Stick.
He didn't even flash for him. He just like ran through the smoke.
Yeah, he just thought he'd catch him, I guess.
He would have heard the scout shot, surely. So he should have assumed they had bought. There's no way one guy just spamming his Glock and you just like take the bait that hard.
It's an eco.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that was odd. That was weird. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable now. It's a problem.
Re-aggressing towards A as well. They're still on ramp. Bit of a boost. Body up top. He can look over the back of the smoke, so if they do push up, he would be able to spot them out.
I like it a lot. Doesn't look like they're going to give him anything, though. They might be aware of it, or they just don't want to walk up the ramp yet. As he is here, spots him through the yellow. That gap inside of the yellow tarp.
Lucky killed that cone.
Yeah.
That'll teach you a lesson.
Oh, you gotta. Like as if they're just trying to tell me what to do all the time.
Yeah.
Can't go here.
Get out of my face.
Shoot ya.
Body back on the site as well from Elevator. He's got a smoke prime. The second he gets contact, he'll drop it. Here's the audio cue. Throws out a Molotov as well, but he's been brought down to sub 30 HP off the back of the tag. Afro peeking with the Flammers. He's looking for a kill. B-Stick so low, and he catches him going for the reload. 3 Ts left alive. Damage done to the CTs, and even bigger dink onto the head of Afro. And this might leave them question marking how they want to play this one. It could get gory quite quickly in Forsey. He's the one being the fortune teller. Knows where they are. Headshot on Afro. And they just run away.
And the hero scout, it only finds the 1 kill. It was the AK of B-Stick to find 2 openings. But the scout getting all those tags, I mean, I had said I don't think a scout is worth buying on the T side of Vertigo. But hey, he shows the impact that it can have. If you land your shots, it is a problem. As Heat, they have to run away. They save their guns. They don't have the money. And that is massive for Sinners. To answer back after losing the pistol by winning the second round, you've completely broke the economy of the CTs.
Good round to pick up. Couple of interesting plays on either side. Good response from Heat, but some weird openers to allow Sinners to get into the game. And Heat are going to be using their second pause of the series here as well, as they will call in this tag timeout, figure out what you want to do with the buy, and talk about what exactly you're going to do into round 18.
They have to force back, so that's sort of without a doubt. The question is, what do they drop? I think Body can drop a FAMAS, right? FAMAS, is it 2050? Is it something weird like that, or is it just, I don't remember. I genuinely don't remember. I don't buy the gun. It's so bad.
Isn't it 2K?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. I'm not sure.
I don't know. My times of buying FAMAS have only been like the past month.
I can't believe I don't know this, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
It's
You're normally
ridiculous.
so good. Just the one gun your brain hates that much.
It's
that
true.
It's ignored its value.
Genuinely, I know that the Galil is 1800,
Yeah.
and the FAMAS is slightly more than that. I don't think it's 19 though. I think it's 2K.
I
But for
think
some
the
reason, I have
FAMAS is
2050 in my head. For some reason, I don't know why I have that extra 50.
What's that, $50?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it's there. It's probably just 2000, but for some reason, that exists in my brain.
Yeah, I think it is 2K.
We have the technology to figure this out.
Yeah, go on, have a look. How much does a FAMAS cost?
Yeah, cost of FAMAS in CS:GO. I have
Yeah,
to make sure I put
make
that
sure
one in
you
there.
specify.
Yeah, Romanian government will be coming after me. 2050.
It is
Yeah,
2050.
that's what I was saying.
Well done, well done.
I don't know why. That seems so odd, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like why?
I guess that's like a Mandela effect, where
Yeah.
my brain's told me that it is just 2K.
Because it used to be 2250, and then they lowered it by 200.
Ah, there you go.
A terrible gun.
No, yeah, still not worth it.
No. You make it 1200. I'll think about it. MP9's still better.
Oh, they've gone for the triple boost. The body can actually peek.
Yeah, this is a classic. I like this one. It is a free kill if they walk up the stairs. The main risk of it though is if they do either of the boosts up towards the stairs, which most people do, because you wouldn't really walk up the stairs. It's just less and less common. So if they do either of the boosts, you do just like die.
Yeah.
So that's the main downside.
Problem is as well, it takes so much in terms of positioning to set up.
Yeah.
It's also 3 CTs that now are all gravitating over towards the B side. Luckily, Sinners, of course, not really going to be doing too much into the early round anyway. They are just still sat towards round, so we just get under a minute on the clock. Beaststick finally starts pushing.
Counter smoke in from Joko, and they want to re-aggress towards ramp. Afro actually finds the pick towards middle. That shot going down on the lurk. Forsey recovers the gun. He's going to be able to walk away. There's still 2 more here. And the aggression from Beaststick. He actually finds Joko on the flank. He thought he caught a timing, but he didn't. Beaststick takes him down, and now it's 4 versus 4. CTs are inside of the A site, but it looks like the bomb is heading over to B.
Zedko lurking out on middle. Lucky with the Eagle towards elevators. Problem is, with a frag now on the A site, he's caused a lot of damage. Zedko as well gets up into the window. He had to hit that kill, he didn't. They're just lurking out. And one by one, Heat are all going to fall to pieces. Lucky. Nothing he can do. He runs into the A site, and Beaststick's still here for him. So Sinners get to 8.
Yeah, that was just so sad for Afro. Lucky was inside of elevator holding his window flank, and then as soon as he started shooting, the man just swung past his crosshair and kills Afro inside of the site. And you're just like, man, like that's when you're Afro, you just turn to Lucky and you just want to yell at him. Because you hate him now.
Thought you were covering me, man.
Like, yeah, man.
But it didn't happen. So Heat, no money in the bank at all. This round is basically just a formality, get it over with as quickly as possible, I guess. They're just going to run into the middle, and the shot will blow the ball to bits. So 4K for him, and the 5th and final frag falls in favour of Zedko. So the scoreline that was quite one-sided is now just a 10-9 split.
And Shock got dinked almost immediately on that mid push, and then they just didn't land a single bullet on him. I thought he was going to go down, they're going to recover the AK. It's like, okay, maybe they can grab 1 or 2, like, you know, make it pretty cool. And then Shock just ends up just spraying all 4 of them down and survives. So Pod staying alive for the side of Sinners. You can see the effect that has on the economy. So much money now built up. Forsey walking up with the op. He actually does get spotted, so he baits out the smoke though from the CT and can exercise find the frag on Zedko. He does, trying to play over top of that wood. But not able to spot out Exercise as he finds the opening. And HEET, for the first time in a while, it feels like, starting off the round with the man advantage.
Yeah, Sinners have had their number an awful lot here on the T side. But this is better from HEET. Joko, though, he's overwhelmed here. It could get quite awkward. They've got to drop the smoke to keep themselves alive towards sandbags as well. And they know exactly where Afro is, but this has divided the attention from the T's. They're still trying to cover it, but as he walks up, he cuts his way through one. Forzy trades back on the AWP. But the numbers do favor HEET. It's a 3 versus 2, and Forzy, he's only on 8 HP. Afro as well, walking into the crosshair, hits the headshot on Shock. Forzy, rapid response, finds the flick. 2 more to secure, 40 seconds. He knows where the bomb is, and he will walk back up to grab it.
And he's going to walk forward here, but Lucky's on the off angle, not going to get the off out in time. Doesn't clear it. And so HEET, now they answer back on the CT side. They won the opening pistol, immediately got eco'd back. And now on the gun round, they do respond. They do answer. They pick up their 11th, giving them the 11-9 lead here. And remember, this is the best of ones. This is our second game of the day on the B stream. In that first one, we actually saw Bad News Eagles taking down Entropic, sending them down to the lower bracket. That lower seed, that 0-1 seed. 0-1 pool, I should say. Not really a seed. I mean, there is seeding, but it's not. That's not what we're talking about.
No, yeah, that's not what the...
It's not what the pools are.
No.
Put a seed in a pool, it's not going to grow. It doesn't even make any sense.
No, it need dirt, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Silly.
Too much water, it would drown.
Mm-hmm. It can happen. Shock. He might be drowning here if he fights out towards middle. He would be flooded by bullets from HEET. They lined up. Playing with a verticality as well. But they do back off. Calling it quits on a hold towards mid. There is an AWP station there as well now. And Forzy, as he comes up through ladder. This is a bit of a stalemate early on into the 21st round. Oof.
And they group up to mid right as HEET gives up on their setup. So Sinners, they have 3 people here now. They're grouping up for it. You can see B-Stick down at the bottom of A. He's throwing retake ramp nades. This is to try to pull the CTs over, and it's working so far. Just one man here throwing his utility, and look at the rotation now. Lucky, he drops behind the sandbag, does spot one, but was he spotted? It looks like they're holding eyes on him. Yes, they are. Shock finds the headshot, and with the players over inside of the A site, this should be a relatively open B bomb site.
So tight on the timing. B-Stick with a headshot onto Joko.
Yeah.
Puts them into a really bad spot. And Afro, he's back round towards CT, scoped in and looking for an opportunity to punish. Does see a man dive across, a close gap to work with, and a flashbang will stop him from doing anything. Now it's just about getting away, because the round is going away at Sinners.
But Sinners can afford to hunt on this. They can at least send 1 or 2 people to try to take the op out of his hands. Remember, HEET just won a round, so their loss bonus isn't maxed out. They're not going to be able to buy into the next one. If they can get this op out of Afro's hands, that would be absolutely huge. But it doesn't look like Sinners wants to. They just want to make sure that they hold on to all of their guns. I think you could have afforded to send 1 or 2 guys after these. But that's okay. Their choice, their life. They do what they want. And yeah, look, they were on the low bonus. So
Yeah.
their money's screwed. That was only 1,400. Yeah, the loss bonus for next round is 1,900, Jack. They've got nothing.
No, yeah, this is not nice at all. Update from the A stream as well. NIP making it to match point against endpoint there. It's a business as usual for the Ninjas. Here, HEET, they lead by 1 round against Sinners. They use their 3rd pause of the game. They have a highlight as well between Joko and Neo Frag. Very similar jerseys.
I was just thinking the same thing. A little bit more red on the sleeves
Yeah.
for HEET. Logo placement, obviously, as well.
A lot more sponsors for Sinners.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. They look more like a traditional like football jersey, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Also, HEET have got that newer style of jersey where they're kind of like a tight fit.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the tight fit jersey.
Well, I think there's too many of us kind of fat guys in esports for the tight fit.
Yeah?
It works when you have athletes. right? Like, you know, if you're
Also,
watching like tennis players in the tight fit, it's like, yeah, okay, they look good, don't
yeah, but
they?
that's also for the aerodynamics. Whereas if
Is
you're
it?
sport, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you want it tighter so there's no drag. There's
Well,
no,
sure,
you know what I mean?
sure, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the wind doesn't like hit it and slow you down.
Right,
So
right.
it just goes over you. But if you're playing games, I've always preferred a baggier shirt.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it, you know what I mean? I want no restriction on my
Yeah,
moves.
exactly. I don't want to feel constricted, you know?
Yeah, not like a boa constrictor. Like body is here as he gets a grip on B stick and takes him down. Neo frag. He fires off a few warning shots, and Joko with a USP sprints back towards the side. Oh, they had the nades out. A body had an opportunity to punish. Instead, he goes for the safer play. Doubles back into elevator and stays alive. They're looking for the head of Joko, and they will be able to take him down. Afro, he's got that AWP as well. But Forzy, he's watching the angle. He gets the kill onto the USP. Should have put him into a good spot. Instead, there was such a tight timing where he could have actually taken down Forzy, but it doesn't happen. The round still goes the way of Sinners. 11-11 now, all tied up.
And realistically, Heat should have saved that.
Yeah.
They don't have an op into this one. Look at the money. The highest is 51 on body. They should have saved that op, saved those rifles. I think they have the 1 AK and an op. Just save. Just save, man. But Sinners are battling back. They tied it up, 11-11. Flashes in, and Forsey just has it pre-aimed. Body swings out. One shot over the smoke. Gets the opening frag. So again, now the T side starting with the man advantage. Afro trying to respond with some utility over towards yellow. Just that, you know, that extra bit of question mark. You know, just deny that info just ever so slightly. And then he does immediately change his position over into the A site. What are they going to do? Where are they going to go?
Shock breaking the skylight. Making a bit of noise and throws the Molotov over. Flash out onto middle as well. Molotov up on the sandbags. So Sinners using their nades just to clear out these angles and try and force the CTs out of position. And leave them to a bit of a risky predicament here. Afro loses that fight instantaneously. And now in reality, you probably just want to save these 3 guns. This is a round that looks dead and gone.
Yeah, they have to save this one. They can't afford to go for this. Their money is, like you said, just completely broken. There's no way they're going to be able to go for any sort of a retake. They don't have the kit. They do have the 1 smoke, but they'll just save. And again, Sinners right there. They just sort of walked up A and found the opening picks.
Yeah.
Of course, the first one for Forsey was just the pre-aim on the crane swing. Body swings out, even while Forsey was blind, he still just lands the shot. He was just posted, pre-aimed, whatever, get blind, shoot, kill. Based.
And this is really rough for Heat. They had a great T-half, but with the way the game's been going, Sinners, they're having a similar sort of affair. But they now lead the game, 12-11.
Yeah.
And if you're just joining us, this is a best of 1 between these 2 teams. A lot of best of 1s to get through today as we kick off the RMR Europe B side of things at the PGL Studios, live from Bucharest. Already had 1 upset today with G2 losing out in their first game of the pool play. Seems like NIP shouldn't be getting any upsets against Endpoint. Here it's a relatively close game. Both teams looking on an equal spread. No clear-cut winner.
Speaking of spread, that Molly spreads, he tags down body. Afro wants to go for the re-aggression, but Neofrag finds the headshot and the second. He swings out, pushes up through yellow, finds both openings on the defenders of Heat. And now he goes for the nade and drops it onto Joko. This man, he's doing a lot in this round. Counter flashes are coming in from the side of Heat, but what can they do? Can they stop the onslaught?
Nade pass back. CTs deviate towards middle. Exercise, he's holding. But the T's slip in. Zedko hard commits for the bomb plant now. Lucky. He returns. Exercise actually hits onto the first. And Zedko's so low. But look at this. Shocked. He walks over towards elevators, finds the frag for free into the back of Joko, and a round that looked likely that he could retake and actually get a 12 on the board now seems so unwinnable. As Shock, with a shocking state of affairs, turns the tide massively, and it's all unlucky. He's aware, but he needs to be aware of the AWP of Forzy. Had the foresight for that one, flicks it, hits it, and gets them the round.
Oh, and that was just a crucial miss from Exercise. You cannot miss. 2 versus 4. You find that kill, there's 2 players low. Okay, maybe you have a chance into this one, but you missed the free kill on the side of his head. And I mean, look at Shock. He can't believe his luck in that moment. He's like, there's no way I was able to get away with that. So they do pick up their 13th. They are on the T side. They've broken the economy slightly from HEET, right? They're down to 35, 36. They're on the full bonus. So they can light buy into it as, yeah, Stream A, it is now confirmed. NIP has taken down Endpoint in their opening game. So no upsets over there just yet, except for, of course, you know, G2, who lost, which is kind of a big upset.
Yeah, only that really tiny upset
yeah.
of G2 losing.
Yeah, only that little crumb of an upset.
Yeah, that little tasty morsel of
Yeah.
upset biscuit.
It's fine.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm sure they'll
fine.
still make it to the major.
Yeah, there's no way they won't.
He says fingers crossed. Ooh, Forzy. Gets a tag off. Joko stays alive with 2 HP.
Oh yeah, you want to shoot me? My gun's bigger.
What he got to smoke on a bridge as well, and they respond with a Molotov. Firing a few warning shots in the MD9, just a wild spam through the smoke. I guess they've got to do something a bit crazy here. You don't have a healthy buy whatsoever. It's just Eagles, Julie, and MP9. And this is the 25th round. If you lose this, Sinners are going to have a big lead. It'll be 14-11. And they're grouping up, going back towards the B site. Exercise is there. Comes down to the Deagle prowess of him and the backup from Joko. But Joko's only on 2 HP.
I was just looking because I was curious. I said like my gun's bigger, and I was wondering what the caliber for the op was. I think it's also a 50 cal.
They're both the same, yeah. But physically, like lengthwise,
yeah,
it is definitely bigger.
And the op has a telescope on it.
True. The scope also adds some extra height. Exercise though. Will he have a high skill ceiling in a round like this? He's walking his way back off with a smoke and playing behind a box. Time's going to be close. It will go down to about 30 seconds. They just re-smoke out as well. I mean, maybe. There could always be a chance here. They're heavily grouped up on this. If they can at least slow down the round and find a kill for the players, maybe, but no. Exercise, he fumbles hard, Shock, cleans up with a kill into Lucky as well. Joko, the man with 2 HP, finally gets 1 frag back, and it is all down to Afro. Not going to happen. Sinners with 14 locked in, 1 away from match point, 2 away from winning the best of 1.
And Exercise is just sort of panicking now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that spray last round has shook him up a little bit, but like right there, he got off like 7 Deagle shots before he died and just didn't connect on any of them because he's just running and spraying. Like, dude, just calm down, shoot him. You're doing great. You're fine.
Just chill, bro.
Yeah, just calm down.
And with the time they had in that round, if he hits a couple of 1-2s,
yeah,
you win the round.
Even just a couple tags, man. Like, just anything. Sporsy goes aggressive. There is the counter op here from Lucky over towards this B bomb site. It's actually not on Afro this round, and Shock finds the opening onto Joko. Afro playing aggressive here with the M4. Wants to nade in, do a bit of damage. It doesn't actually find a whole lot. It's just 14 onto B stick. And what can they do now? 4 versus 5. They have to answer back in some way. They can't just default out. So you see the 2-man inside of the B site, 2 inside of A. They've given up middle for the most part. Here's the reaction. Pop flash comes in. It isn't going to blind the man in the bottom, though. Zedko was looking the other way. He's holding for the stairs push, so the flash doesn't get him. Exercise drops. That was the reaction that Sinners was waiting for.
So, 3 players left alive on a CT side. Just under 50 seconds on the clock. Lucky with the AWP. Ready towards the B site for the hit to come in. They're going to try and capitalize by pushing out through middle and B at the same time. Shock will be the one lurking through. CTs are there to deal with this, but it all depends on the timing. Yeah. They're going to set their attention towards B now, so he can flank into the back and most likely clean house. He runs in through the smoke. He's looking for the line up. He hits 2 of them, and it is all on Afro as he flicks back across, grabs the AK. 20 seconds to deal some damage. He wants to try and hit a shot, peeking round on the right-hand side, trying to creep out as far as he can. Hits the head of Zedko. He's being flanked from middle once again, though. That'll be B-Stickers there, and he will shut it down. Match point secure.
Yeah, Sinners do pick up that match point. Now, it looked like they had a really good T-half. They win the CT pistol. Everything was looking fine. Then they get eco'd, and Sinners start running away with this. He calls for the pause. That's the coach. Actually, that's the admin. You know, because coaches aren't allowed to interact with the players now. We figured this out the other day. So the coach has to tell the admin he wants to pause. Then the admin has to tell the players to call for the pause. And then they pause. And then they pause, and then they can talk to the coach. It's all very strange.
Well, then they've not actually paused. Unless it was just a very, very quick one.
I don't... That's a good point. Yeah, no, he did run up and do this.
Yeah.
So, like... Oh, maybe the players just... Maybe Body just said no. He was like, no, I don't want to, actually.
I mean, I'm not pausing.
No, you can't make me.
We're losing, actually.
Yeah, this will be it.
Well, very well might be. Body and Afro, both dead. Just Joko, exercised and lucky, last alive. If they're going to do something, it has to be off the skin of their own bat now. The Famous, the M4, and the MP9 have got a ring out to victory for them because Sinners are 1 round away from locking down the game and moving on up into the winner's pool, of course, going 1-0. Joko hit by the drive-by. Lucky about to be burnt alive. Instead, it will be the HE that blows him to bits. See you later. As Neo Frag hits him with a frag grenade, and they take 16 on Vertigo.
That is going to be Sinners picking up the win. I said once the map went to Vertigo that I thought Sinners were going to be favorites and they were going to be able to take it. But that first half performance from HEET actually made me believe. I was like, okay, going into CT side now, all they got to do is lock it down. It's not that difficult. I mean, of course it is difficult. Like I was supposed to, it's not that hard, man. Just win your CT rounds. Dude, it's not that bad. Just win your CT rounds, man. Come on. But no, like, you know, going to CT side, you think this is their time now. This is when they're actually going to be able to finish this out. They pick up the